Okay, now you see my thumbnail says no honor amongst thieves. We're going to get to that in just a second. We're on episode 3, season 2 of Rap-ish on HBO Max. So this episode, it goes back and forth really between Mia. She was flown out with her boo, her new boo that she met. I think he's a rapper, so he has money and everything. So we go back and forth between her and Shauna and Chastity. So Shauna and Chastity are on the bus together. It's just them two and the bus driver, right? I'm guessing the other girl and Francois take a plane or something, but they're not on the bus. Whew. Excuse me, had to yawn real quick. So there's a lot going on in this episode. So of course we know that nobody's getting paid to be on this tour, right? Something about it's an investment. They're supposed to be getting the money like later, or might be getting it later. So Sean's bank account's a little broke. She goes in Circle K and starts stealing stuff, and Chastity peeps it, right? Now I thought this was real slick. I'm pretty sure people do this in real life. She saw Shauna stealing, so she takes some glasses while the clerk wasn't looking, right, and puts them on her shirt. And so she makes sure to walk out of the door with Shauna. The thing goes off. She lets Shauna leave, right? Then she turns around. Oh, dang, I was trying these on. I forgot to take these off, right? So Shauna can get away with, her food. I'm like, why? Watch somebody do. And I know people do that for real now. People find all kind of ways to get their steal and boost on. But, I felt kind of sorry for her because in her case, she literally had like $20 and that's got to last her till who knows when. I get it. It ain't right, but I get it. The part that was funny on here, when they first got into the gas station, Shauna was like, man, my cycle just came on. And Chastity was like, yeah, mine's on too. Chastity's a stud, right? And so, I was dying on this part. Shauna was like, oh, for real? And Chastity was like, yeah. And then Shauna was like, oh, well, never mind, my bad, Shauna. And Chastity was like, what? Okay. I guess you... Like, I'm still a girl. Like, yeah, I got some masculine ways. I'm a stud and whatnot, but I still bleed once a month just like you. I thought that was funny. Because you don't think about studs Let me be quiet. So, like I said, we're going back and forth. So, Mia, she's with, I think his name is, his stage name is Cassidy or Cash or something like that. So she hangs out with him. Got a nice house too. He takes her to the club. They're hand in hand and everything. She go on and give him the draws, and that sex scene was that was nicely done. It was tasteful. It wasn't too raunchy. It was like extra soft core porn. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. And so I just feel like, and maybe this is just me being pessimistic, but I feel like this guy is fine as hell, has money, famous. Mia, please don't fall in love. Now, she was talking to her friends back in Miami on FaceTime, and she was telling them that she's not trying to catch feelings, but she feel like he is. It's like, listen, I'm sorry, but guys like that, they got women lined up. Especially, like, a man with money's gonna have women lined up regardless, but if he's good looking to match, it's like it makes it even less painful to sleep with him, So, girl, Mia, I hope you keep that flingish whatnot. So, we know that Shauna is still involved. Her and Maurice, her coworker from the hotel, are still involved in this little... Well, they're not doing it anymore, but there's like... I hope I'm using this word correctly. Litigations going on with that. Now, Maurice, we find out he's getting charged with federal charges. Now, I heard federal prison is not as bad as, like, other types of prison. I think when you do like white collar crime stuff like hacking, credit card fraud, I think they put you in a different prison. Hey, correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody know more about prison? I think federal prison is different than the other prison. I don't want to say regular prison, but the other prison. I'm assuming violent offenders, sex offenders aren't in a federal prison unless they've done white collar crimes too. Assuming again. So we see on the first episode, we saw that Maurice was basically getting hounded by one of the people that's involved in this credit card scheme. He's basically saying he don't trust Shauna. He feel like she's gonna snitch. And we find out, back to my thumbnail where it says there's no honor amongst thieves, he ends up recording Shauna. Maurice ends up recording Shauna on the phone, and he's like basically, oh, I'm scared, this is all on me, blah, 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 blah. And she was like, I'm sorry. He goes, sorry for what? And she said, I'm sorry I got you into this. So he basically is trying to get her to incriminate herself, maybe trying to throw it all on her. I felt like that was going to happen because, listen, when people start hearing about jail time and charges, y'all little friendship that you think is so thick, honey, no. We saw that left. Dej Loaf guest stars for like 5 seconds when Mia and Cassidy were at the club. They had her covered up. I didn't know who that was until Mia said, oh, Dej Loaf? She had on this blonde wig, some shades. It's already dark in the club. I'm like, who is that? Like, they could have gave Homegirl a few more lines. Damn. I ain't seen Dej Loaf since like 2014. I'm going to give her some grace. Maybe 2015. I think I was still listening to her stuff. But damn, Loaf, drop something new. I mean, at least she was actually rapping, and she wasn't just rapping about, what her box can do. You feel what I'm saying? So, I don't know. But nice touch for throwing her in there. Just, Dej, if you happen to see this, her people, we want some new music, some new something. All right? There's always enough room in the rap game for women. So, this part kind of gets me. It's funny. So Mia FaceTimes Lamont with his little fine self. He's at the park with their daughter, and he's having like a play date with this other child and their mother. And Mia was I could see she was hating a little bit, and maybe that's natural or whatever. But girls like Mia, you just got D'd down by this other dude. I mean, it'll be all right. I think she was also a little jealous that her daughter wasn't really she was like, hey, mommy, okay, bye. It's like, But you want to be glad that your kids are not crying and sad without you, All right, so back to Shauna and Chastity. Their tour bus breaks down. And they had to basically walk to the hotel, and Chastity was basically telling her, because Shauna was like, oh my God, we should have waited for the Uber, blah, 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 blah. Chastity was like, look, your ass was stealing on camera. We're not finna hang around there that long like that to get caught. So we're going to take off walking. And they said it was a 35-minute walk. I think they got lost, but they finally made it to the hotel. But on their walk, they had talks with each other. She found out Chastity's mother died when she was 11. Her uncle was the one that got her into the pimping game, and she's been doing that ever since. I think deep down inside she wants to leave, but that's just what pays the bills right now. While they were walking, this lady pulls a shotgun on them and threatens to shoot them if they don't leave. And they're like, what property, what? Honestly, when that scene came on, I'm like, I thought there were going to be people running out the house trying to shoot them or trying to, attack them. I'm sorry if I keep looking down. I'm looking at my notes. I'm trying to make sure I cover the most important parts. But they basically called the ladies bluff, and she didn't shoot them. So, like I said, they finally make it to the hotel, and that's when Shauna finds out about Maurice getting the federal charges, and that's when he records her on the phone. My prediction for this season, after seeing this episode, I wonder if the writers are going to put Shauna in jail. If they do, I don't see that happening until probably the end of the season. You know, they need a really good cliffhanger, to make you want to definitely watch this season. I feel like in this season, Lamont is probably going to meet somebody, and I think Mia probably going to have an issue with that. I think he's going to meet the girl. He's either going to start going with the girl that he went on the little play date with her child, or just meeting somebody else, and maybe the little girl's going to say she wants to stay with her daddy now. Like, who knows? It's going to be something drastic. I forgot to add this. I don't think I wrote it down in my notes, but Mia accidentally sent a picture of her laying up with Cassius, whatever. She accidentally sent a picture of that to him with a caption or a text saying, "Got him," right? And he was telling her how it didn't work out with his last girl because she basically was just trying to use him for his money. He was like, "I like you because, you cool, but you got your own thing. I don't have to worry about you sponging off of me." So I'm wondering if he's going to take that text, the accidental text, like, "Oh, what does got him mean? You trying to..." So there's going to definitely be some issues with her and dude next episode. I'm looking forward to seeing what's happening with this Maurice guy. I don't care for him now because I feel like that was messed up for him to set her up like that. I understand you going to jail and stuff, possibly, but it's like this girl is on tour. She's trying to do something with herself. She was doing that credit card scamming crap because she needed the money. Again, I'm not making excuses, but it's like, I don't know, take your L's and deal with them. That's just... I don't care for Maurice though after he did homegirl like that. Keep in mind she has an ex-boyfriend that's like in New York. He is probably going to step in. I'm looking forward, man. I think last season it was like 7 or 8 episodes, so we're probably dealing with maybe 4 or 5 episodes left. I'm excited. So again, this is on Max. I still call it HBO Max sometimes. That's just me. HBO Max sounds better to me, but check it out. Every Thursday they have a new episode. It's streaming, right? So it's no particular time. I'm assuming it's 12 a.m. and it's on there. All right, y'all. Shout out to my 41 subscribers. Love y'all as always. Peace and blessings. Until next time.